Happy birthday.
Denise, happy birthday.
Get over here. Happy birthday.
Beautiful.
Birthday. You rock.
We can't hear you, Tommy.
This is going great. You guys were right on target. So we might be a little bit over 4 o'clock, but not much. We've got Scott Fardulis now. It is going to be unbelievable. Scott, as you know, has been a network marketer along with Juliet since they were kids. And they have gone all over the world in this business. They have figured it out. They know how to do best practices. They are here to lead you, here to guide you. They know network marketing. Obviously, they're obsessed with this new health plan that fits right into the longevity program. And we couldn't be luckier to have them aboard with us. And without further ado, because I don't want to waste much time, because I know you guys' time is valuable. And I want to get this content in because we are absolutely on the money. Scotty, the Farduli, how are you? You're a beautiful man. Take it away, my friend.
Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you for an awesome introduction. And Denise, happy birthday, girlfriend. That was awesome what you just shared. I love the flower arrangement sitting next to you. That's really cool. And, you know, while you were talking, I was taking notes here. And I was also thinking, I got a little self-conscious knowing that I was speaking next because you were talking about your hair. And, you know, how you had like the gray strip right here and that you're, guess what? I don't know. You guys tell me. Can you see my roots coming through? Are they coming through? I think I'm starting to see them popping out. So,
now I'm jealous, Scott.
Yeah, I've got some roots going on here. It's awesome. So what a great day. This has been awesome just to sit here and take notes from all these amazing people. I didn't know that Dr. Wallach was going to be on, so that was always incredibly special. And thank you, Steve and Michelle, for your never-ending, always loyal, hardworking leadership. It's just so cool to see what you do. When I saw your post the other day, Steve, that you were in the office at 3:30 a.m., I said, now there's a CEO that is leading and like totally taking charge. And it was really comforting because at 3:30 a.m., I wasn't doing anything. I think I was sleeping. And while I was sleeping, you were having our back. So that's really, really cool. And thank you so much for that. Hey, listen, there's been so much stuff here. I hope to just be able to unpack a few more concepts for you to add to your repertoire, your journal, things that you can apply right now. And, you know, when I look at this fact, you know, we're talking about the economy, and in fact, people are more concerned about the economy than they are concerned about this virus. This virus is going to go away eventually. It'll eventually be the thing of the past. But the economy piece is going to stick around for just a little bit. We don't know how long. It's hard to say, but it's gonna have an impression. And so the thing that I want to point out is, like never before, we have to believe and know factually that this is going to have an impact on a lot of people close to you. We just circled up our kids and we're going, hey, we want you to be prepared. As you're talking to some of your friends, they might start reaching back to you and saying, hey, things aren't so easy at home. Are things okay with you? Yeah, my mom and dad are really worried. They're really upset. They're frustrated. Somebody's going to tell you that their parents got laid off and they don't know how they're going to make it financially. Be prepared for that. And also know in that moment, we're preparing our kids, offer them some hope and just say, hey, I hear what you're saying. Don't be scared. Don't be too nervous. We're going to get through this together. Can I ask, would you be willing to have get permission for my parents to call your parents? Or would you be okay passing out my dad's phone number? You know, that's the kind of conversation that we're having. And now's the time to think creatively about how we can provide real solutions and stand in that gap that we talked about and offer some real hope. Let's talk about those things because that's what's really going on right now. And we can't ignore the obvious that's right in front of us. So what I want to do is talk about the ask. And the ask is super important. Until we get really comfortable by learning how to ask, then we're going to be bored. It's the people that learn how to talk, that ask the right questions, that ask the things that people really want to have attention around, where you're going to learn. If you learn to ask, you're going to be in the know. If you don't ask, you're going to be in the dark. So my question is, would you rather be in the know, and would you rather be in control, and would you rather be in charge, or do you want to be in the dark and bored and lonely because you didn't learn how to ask? I want you to master the topic of an ask. It's super important. So here's some things that you can do specifically around the ask right now that will be totally appropriate very convenient for you and other people, that will generate and spark some conversations that you should be having with people. And it's going to let you know, how can I help these people? Like seriously, really, how can I help these people? What can I possibly do to make a difference? This is what you should be thinking. And what solution can I put in place where they might actually bite on that and do something that could transform their life? So number one, totally appropriate ask. Get used to this question. Hey, I'm just curious, with all the buzz going on right now, like it's everywhere, the COVID-19, the coronavirus, what are you specifically doing to boost your immune system? Okay, what are you specifically doing to boost your immune system? You will be shocked at the responses that you get. And look at how valuable that information is, because you're going to get anything from, I don't know, I'm eating as healthy as I can, I don't really know what to do, or I'm not doing anything. You know, God made our bodies a certain way, we can fight through anything. It's, you know, you're going to get it all. So be prepared for that. But what a great conversation starter. The next question that you can ask, which is totally appropriate, is what are you doing that is specific to a formal healthcare plan with your family? What do you guys have in place right now that protects you and your family? By the way, a side note, so pause that question. Side note, why is this important? I'll tell you why it's important. Remember this economy thing? People that have their money in the market, people that have their money in real estate, people that have their money in assets, it is dropping through the floor right now. I was just talking to a good friend of mine this morning that said, wow, we were talking to our financial planner, and wow, light bulb of reality came on that, you know, our net worth has really shrunk dramatically. And that's not uncommon for people that have their money in the market and money into assets. Home values are going down, portfolios are shrinking, and there's all kinds of stuff with savings account and bank accounts right now that aren't going the way that people want to go. Have you not heard that people are being laid off by the tens of thousands right now, almost on a daily basis? I don't know if it's true or factual, but I even heard that some of the most notorious, famous, wealthy individuals, people like even possibly Richard Branson might even be in trouble. I don't know if it's true or not, but you know, I see the headlines like everybody else. So if those people aren't immune, then think about the everyday people that we're coming across. So why is a healthcare plan really important for people? Well, here's why. It's because the number one cause for bankruptcy is medical bills unpaid. Healthcare issues. That's a really big challenge for people right now. And it wouldn't be uncommon for people to think about them having to go to get formal treatment or formal help. So let's not ignore that. And another question I think that's really important and really timely and appropriate is to say, hey, I'm just wondering, I care about you. What is your confidence level right now with your career? What's your job security like? Do you have complete conviction that your paycheck is going to be there next month or 2 weeks from now or even 3 months from now? Where do you stand on that? And you know what? People don't think that as being too nosy or like you're prying or getting too involved in their stuff. They're like, man, are you ever talking my language right now? I've been thinking about formalities around healthcare. I've been thinking about what I should be doing with my immune system. I've been thinking about my portfolios and my bank accounts and my income versus my outgo and my debts and expenditures right now. And I am thinking about my career stability. So for you to ask those questions, it generates a conversation where you can start to let your brain rattle. Wow, I think I can do something here that would be timely, that would be helpful, and very, very appropriate. Okay, so those are the 3 questions that I wanted you to get used to, that you should get used to asking of people. Next, I want you to start thinking about strategy inside of your business. And if you're taking notes, write this down. Hour of power. Write it down. Hour of power. Write it down. Hour of power. If you want to think about strategic planning right now with you, because think about it, you're running a business. What's your business? You have health-related products. You have things to support people's immune system, everyday household goods. I mean, we have so much stuff. It's almost like imagining a Whole Foods market or something that's all online and virtual where stuff does show up at your doorstep. I love the fact that Longevity drops ships right to my door, and it's less reasons for me to have to go outside and deal with any chaos. It's really convenient. It's super nice. Not that I'm looking for reasons not to go outside. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite. I'm looking for every reason I can to go outside, walking, hiking, biking, running, jogging, exercise, swinging a golf club, just get out and breathe some fresh air. Great idea. From a business standpoint, you've got an incredible tool in your fingertips, and this hour of power is huge. So if you were to think about the people inside of your organization right this second that have game, that have mojo, that have gas in the tank, that have a light bulb on between their ears, that are ready to rumble and change their circumstances, call those people and just say this: if we were to put together an hour specific to you, and I opened up my time, my calendar, and made it available to you, what could we accomplish in a 1 hour time block? Ask your people, your influencers, that very question. What can I do to make a difference with an hour of time that we put together down on a schedule specifically? So they go, wow, you know, that would be amazing. Could you put me down for 1 o'clock tomorrow? Well, let me see if I've got that. Looks like I do. Let's go ahead and block you out. Now, before we get to that 1 hour tomorrow that's supposed to be powerful, what exactly would make a difference inside that hour? Let me give you some suggestions. And these are things that you should be communicating with your leaders and with your influencers. Number one, you should be packing as many three-way calls as possible into that hour. Who's on your list? Who would you like to reach out to? Who do you have a gut feeling about that needs a phone call, some attention, or just a connection? So pack as many three-way calls in as possible. If that's 2 or 3 or 4, great. Pack that into your hour of power. Other things you can put in there is it can go either business or a social activity. I was reading, I think it was Julie Terrell this morning. She posted, you know, from Jamberry, and she was talking about how she was getting together online to do nails with people. How cool is that? I mean, seriously, yeah, it's tough to get together socially right now in a physical sense, but virtually, come on, people. We've got Zoom, we've got FaceTime, we've got WhatsApp, we've got Messenger, we've got all these means for live-time virtual connection, and there should be no slowdown whatsoever. This is not an excuse. Just because we're supposed to be holed up, this is not an excuse. Rather, when I look in my back office right now, because we're applying these things that we're talking about, these techniques, these business methodologies, we're applying these ourselves, and we're putting in more hours and more time because we're reminding ourselves that people are hurting, and just because somebody dug their well before they're thirsty doesn't mean that someone else's well isn't completely dry or virtually getting closer to that by the moment. We've got to help. We've got to step up. Imagine yourself like Blue Cross or the Red Cross or somebody that goes out to the Salvation Army that's making a difference. These are people volunteering on the front lines constantly to make change. Imagine yourselves as being a change agent. So that's why you got to roll up your sleeves. People say, Scott, why are you working so hard right now? Shouldn't you be enjoying the fruits of your labor? No, I'm not in this for myself. I'm in this for other people. We're blessed because we've always made it about other people. Keep serving, keep running, keep doing, keep conquering, keep overcoming. Don't back down. And as a result of that mentality, our business is probably up 15 to 20% now, as opposed to last month when there wasn't even a coronavirus or COVID-19. You get what I'm saying? When none of that stuff was happening, here we are facing something that is a pandemic right now. And because of the pandemic, business is up. So think about that. When economy struggles and it starts to go down or it starts to tank a little bit, that's when network marketing and home-based businesses go through the roof. So what should that do for your confidence level? Everything in the world. So believe that and know that it's true. We're not making that up. This is not a facade. This is a fact about network marketing historically over time. Now is your time. Now is your time, right this second. So what else with that hour of power? So get together socially with people or have a visioneering gathering. Get together with people that just want to talk. How do I really engage right now? How do I do this? What should I be seeing for my future? What hope do I have? Pull those groups together, those social networks and think tanks, and start to map it out just like any other business would do if it was any other topic. So while restaurants are out of business, bars are out of business, bowling alleys are out of business, all sports and functions, team sports, school gatherings, everything's closed. Hospitality is in the tank. People are laying off by the tens of thousands. You know what's not happening right now? That's not happening to Longevity. We're shipping products. We're taking orders. We have circumvented the things that hold people back, and our customer service is working round the clock to make sure that your needs are being met. We're reaching out to our teams overseas. We've got solutions in place, boots on the ground, and solutions that are right in front of us. We've got to seize this moment, folks. So visioneering gatherings, discuss why our business and our life is going to be improving because of this circumstance. Don't get together and talk about fear. So keep this in mind one more time. If you don't learn to ask, you're not going to learn. If you learn how to ask, you're going to learn. So asking equals learning, not asking keeps people in the dark and closed off. So learn how to ask. Listen, there are 4 specific things that people are focused on right now. It's like they have a death grip on something. You know what the word mortgage means? Mort is a precursor word for gauge, and mort means death, and gauge means grip. And so that's what people have right now. They have a mortgage, a rent, a lease, something like that, because it's the roof over our heads. That is the number one thing that people fear most, is losing out on the roof over their head. Nothing is more fearful to people than that very specific thing. So with that thought in mind, that's the number one financial priority that people have. You know what number 2 is? It's your automobile. Your automobile is financial concern number 2. People don't want to lose their cars. They don't want to go back to horse and buggy days. Electric scooters are too slow and all those things. So cars are super important, and we've got to keep our focus on the fact that people are freaking out about paying their mortgages and maintaining their transportation. The third thing that people are fearful of is their cell phone being shut off. Could you imagine the feeling that people have? I mean, let's put this in perspective. Everywhere you go, I don't care who your eyes come across or where they fall, you're gonna find people with cell phones stuck to their bodies. You don't go anywhere without your smartphone. You don't. It's in your back pocket, it's in your front pocket, it's in your purse, it's in your breast pocket, it's in your hand. It is on your body somewhere, and when we don't have that thing with us, we think the whole world is coming to an end. We will call in sick. We will do everything in our power to make sure that we can go back if we forgot that phone when we left the house. So the phone is number 3. That's the biggest concern in those orders. Concern number 4 is healthcare. Healthcare. People want so desperately to have healthcare in their lives right now, and so many tens of millions. We're not talking about coronavirus numbers. We're talking about tens of millions of people are currently without healthcare, something that protects them. Listen, when you're young, I know it's easy to throw caution to the wind, but the older you get, the longer you've been in the workforce, you've developed a few assets, you've collected a few things. The fastest way to lose those assets is to not have a responsible healthcare plan in place. Longevity. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, David Rutz, for putting that in place. So we have that now, and we can talk about it and market it. And why shouldn't we? It's an auto ship every single month. It's not, I wonder if someone's going to order that again. Oh, they're ordering it again. Why? Because it's on that list of top 4 things. You will not do without your house. You will not do without your car. You will not do without your phone. And you will not do without your health care. That's in place. You know what we just did? We just added catastrophic plans. Those catastrophic plans being added in there, it's everything, A through Z. You want it? We've got it. Like literally, we can attract anybody right now. We've got a lot of latitude and flexibility that people have. When they come on board, people are going, why should I get longevity health care? Well, probably less expensive. B, we don't have to deal with the deductible topic. C, we can enroll at any time all year round. D, we don't have any pre-existing clauses, conditions that prevent people from having care. Number 5 is we have the largest network in the nation, PHCS, which gives you the ability to choose and pick your favorite healthcare providers that you might need to go to. And 6, we don't do any underwriting. I mean, that's pretty cool. That gives people flexibility to come in here, and we just increased the commissions. I'm not going into that right now, but they just went up because of the ASH plan. The BV went up. The amount of money paid out per person, per groups that come on board, that went up. I mean, we have this example right now. I'm not going to go through it. I'll just show you a quick picture right here. If I can put my fingers on, I was just staring at it. So check this out. Can you see that diagram right there? Let me go back over here. I'm not able to see myself. There we are. Can you see that diagram? That's a picture of you having 3 people using our healthcare plan, and also going out and finding 3 businesses that would like to do that as well. When you take 3 people that are going to build a business with you, and you gather 3 businesses that need that service, and you drive that 3 levels deep, that generates, in a simple theoretical example, these numbers are not actual because numbers can move around, so somewhere around about in the world of about $90,000 a year in a simple theoretical example. You want to put something in place that's like real, that's a good thing to add on top of everything else you've got going on. So folks, we've got the full package. We've got the full picture. We can serve people's needs emotionally. We can serve people's needs physically with all of our incredible immune boosting products right now, and we can serve everybody financially. We've got those tools working for us, and while there might be a lot of people hopeless elsewhere, we have nothing but hope, and our gas tank is filled in that category. So I want to thank you all for allowing me to share a little bit today. It's always an honor to be here and to encourage people, to give people hope. If you need help or assistance in any capacity, building your business, or you want to talk more, don't ever hesitate to reach out. There's a lot of people on these lines willing to do that. So thank you so much. And Tom, back over to you, sir.